Jesus cleansing the temple can teach us a couple of things. Here's a few. One of the things that we can learn from Mark 11, where Jesus cleanses the temple, is that when Jesus comes to the temple and sees what's happening and is angry, and rightfully so, is because of all of the things that were happening in there where the leadership was taking advantage of the lower class. For example, all the contributions that were made to the temple had to be the exact same currency, and the money exchangers took advantage of that by overcharging high fees to those who were trying to exchange the money to make their donations. And likewise, those who were selling animals in the temple too were also taking advantage of the people. Because after all, we have to remember that all the animals that had to be sacrificed in the temple had to be perfect and unblemished. And those who were traveling from far away didn't want to risk the fact that when they were traveling, of maybe their animals being injured and then not being able to sacrifice them in the temple. So they would wait till they got to Jerusalem to buy and purchase these animals. But yet these people who were selling the animals were taking advantage of that and were overcharging these people, especially those in the lower class who had to buy doves. So Jesus, seeing this happening in his temple, rightfully cast these people out. Another thing that we can learn from this passage is that early throughout the scriptures, we see the character of Christ where he is loving, merciful, kind, and doing all these miracles to the people around him. But here we see another side of Jesus, and a side that we must not forget. After all, yes, Jesus is loving, kind, and merciful, but he is also a rightful judge. And when he comes back again for his second coming, he will judge rightfully so, and he will separate the righteous from the unrighteous. One of the last things that we can learn from this passage, which is more for application, is that we ourselves are now the temple of God, where the living God himself dwells in. And we have to ask ourselves, is there any evil wickedness going on in this temple? And if there is, are we treating it in the same way that Jesus was treating that wickedness that was going on in that temple?